How you doing? I'm Gil McAllister. I'm here for Game Reactor, and I'm talking to Will Cook today about an MMO called Rift. How are you doing, Will?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, obvious enough. First thing first, how does it feel to be almost finished? If you can say an MMO is
It's a little
finished.
stressful. I need to get out of here and back to the office because it's been very exciting. The beta events have been going very well. And you'd think that launch, this isn't quite like a console, right, where everything kind of, it's just party on launch night and everything, 2 weeks off. This is, it's about to get intense. It's about to rev up. But we're really excited, especially because this is Trion's first release, and to have it be so strong and have us so ready out of the gate is an amazing feeling.
Obviously, if you're talking about those beta periods that you just went through, you've had for the last few months or so, what's been the feedback from the community thus far?
It's been really surprising. I mean, I thought I was in a bubble for a while. I was like, this is going pretty good. We're not really crashing that much. This is going good, right, guys? Right, guys? But you know, done a few interviews, and first thing people say is, "Well, the beta went really well. So, what are your plans next?" Well, that's fantastic. I guess the thing with our beta was we weren't testing the technology. We've had our alpha servers running for months upon months. We've had tons of people playing the game. We've stress tested the heck out of it all. What we were testing was Trion's motto that we want to be a service when we make you sign up for our game. When you sign up for our game, we want to make sure that when we talk about rapid updates, it's not a 3 to 6 month content update. We wanted to make sure that we give you that content quickly and that we're responding to our community quickly. We didn't have zone events before beta 2. We didn't have open grouping before beta 5. Every single beta, we've added features, we've added fixes, we've added optimizations based on what the community is telling us and what we wanted to do. So that's just a testament to the talent on the team and the experience regarding MMOs on the team.
Okay. Now, the game starts with a bit of an epic cutscene. You're essentially being thrust into the past to try and rescue this place.
Or the future, depending on which side. Start on either end. It's bookends. Yeah.
So I just wondered how you go from that epic scale to what you would consider sort of low-level quests for an MMO. How do you get that contrast going?
Well, I think that's a great question in the MMO space, and I think probably every project I've worked on and every game I've played tries to tackle it in similar and different ways. Hopefully when you jump into our game, the first thing you're going to be hit with is the dynamic content and with the soul system. I mean, you are a freshly made warrior in either context, freshly resurrected or freshly created. And the first thing you're going to be learning about is our soul system. You're going to be acquiring all the souls, learning about this customization, losing yourself for hours upon hours, realizing you really haven't made that much progress because you've just been playing with the souls. And then right when you think, okay, now I'll get on with my questing, a zone event's going to start up and you're going to lose another 4 hours. So with any luck, that'll be every user's experience. And that'll be how we deal with the, I'm just starting up my new MMO.
Well, you talked as well during the presentation about the end game, about 10 to 20 man raids and such like that. Yeah. Can you just sort of talk us through the overall sort of design aspect of that? What was the thought process behind it, and what players should expect to see?
Well, there was a good amount of debate in the office about what we should do. Blizzard set an interesting standard by doing the 10 and 25 man stuff, but you know, you hear interesting things about how they kind of wish they'd never done it. And so we sort of worked out what we thought would be best for our game for this initial launch, which was we want the high-end, instantiated gourmet raids, those very precise high-end things to be 20 people. We wanted to make sure we were celebrating the majority of your guild, and that they would be tuned perfectly for that 20 people. Rift raids, on the other hand, are designed for 10 men. The requirements are 10 men, fewer tanks, fewer healers, and they're our big sloppy cheeseburger. We want you to bring as many people as possible. We want you to overwhelm that rift, and we've got some tactics up our sleeve to maybe make that lack of coordination, if you're a little too brash and bring too many people, bite you in the ass. Okay. But hopefully you'll have a lot of fun either way. And
obviously, perhaps something you can't talk about in great depth at the moment because you guys are still working away at it, but can you touch upon perhaps the special events we've heard that you guys are planning?
Maybe a little bit. Only because I'm getting to interact with it a little bit directly, which is the world events we're working on. So our zone events were a big hit. We love giving this sort of, it's almost endgame feel at level 15 because you're coordinating with tons of other players and you don't care about your leveling. You just want to do the activity that is thrust in front of you. You're not really caring about progress, and luckily we're rewarding you and giving you that experience along the way, so you're not getting conned out of your progress. But the world events, we want to set the entire world on fire. This isn't about donating some resources from your trade scales to open up an instance, or doing some periodic I don't know, questing for whatever the particular zone event is. This is about every level, every zone, having something to do, having the entire feeling of this world, the scope being thrust in front of you, that you're about to get some new content through these world events. And as far as more specifics as to what those content updates might be and when they might be, well, you've seen that we want to provide content as rapidly as possible. So hopefully we can continue to do that. But I am happy to say that I've seen probably I've seen the post-launch schedule, and it's maybe the most aggressive post-launch schedule I've ever seen. It seems a little impossible, but then again, zone events, invasions, a global highway network, these were all things that we thought were impossible before they ended up back on the schedule.
Well, obviously the game has got a huge amount of hype behind it.
Is that true? Really?
Well, yeah. I've heard it on the interwebs, so that must be true.
I guess that's pretty exciting.
But I mean, people are generally excited, and certainly from the scope and what you're bringing to the actual MMO market, it seems very, very impressive. But unfortunately, there's always the thing where there's hype, there's always a bit of backlash. How do you guys sort of balance that up, and how do you guys respond? Do you think hype, sometimes there's actually too much hype?
So our game, we weren't pushing for a lot of hype. I think we've just been fortunate enough to generate some based on the success of our beta events and sort of letting people see the game. At first we were just saying, oh, let's just let some people in, let's let some people in, and then people were really liking it. We're like, oh, maybe we should let some more people in. Maybe we should just open the floodgates. And we did that. We're very lucky. We're very lucky. So we're bound to disappoint some people with that much hype. I mean, you can't control it. But we're really happy with how solid things have been. We hope that we generate I guess that hype will help us generate the box sales that will create that critical mass of community that we are trying to value. I mean, that is why we're aiming for this service structure, why we're trying to do rapid updates, because it's that community that will keep our game alive, that will allow us to keep making content, that makes it fun for us to keep working on.
Okay, you said about basically box copy there, retail release and everything like that. But obvious question, I'm sure you get a feel of it. So here we go. This is your selling point.
Go for it.
This is your salesman point here.
Okay. Yeah.
Why should
I sit behind the desk, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Why should someone pick up Rift over any other MMO?
Well, the cornerstones of the game, the dynamic content and the soul system, don't really have comparisons. They don't have equals. I mean, they're a little too crazy for anybody to do. You're not going to see Blizzard go ahead and change their system, which with Cataclysm they just tried to make a little bit more foolproof. And I think they're some of the best designers in the industry, so I'm never going to denigrate that choice. But you're not going to see them try to add the customization that's in our soul system. And that soul system can feel like a graduation from a game, from Blizzard's class system or EverQuest 2's class system. You can create your favorite classes from the past, but you're also going to be able to create crazy new combinations that you'd never think would work in a game. And our dynamic content means that we do supply the tried and true and fully featured quest system that can direct you through content and deliver excellent story. But hopefully every time you want to jump into the game and you have a plan for what you're going to do, we can distract you every single time with our dynamic content and sort of ruin your plans every night with something great.
Well, just to sort of wrap up, obviously enough, it sounds like you guys have a hell of a job on your hands, but what's the idea in the immediate future for yourselves?
Well, I guess the immediate future is, as tough as things have been, as much as we've been crunching to get things going, now's the time when we really got to deliver. Now's the time when we've got to show people what we're made of. So again, it's that aggressive schedule. It's making sure that this Tron's first release is as successful as possible, because we have some great other games in the pipe that are coming up, and I hope that they release more information soon about them. There's a partnership with the Sci-Fi Channel and with Petroglyph, two fantastic games that are going to bring MMOs to RTS and to television. Very interesting. But for us on Rift, it's about making sure that aggressive schedule, that these content updates happen fast and they're perfect, and that we're giving the community what they ask for, and that the story of the planes and of the dragons culminates in an amazing climax in the near future.
That's great. Well, listen, thank you very much indeed for your time. Best of luck with the game and going forward, and hope you get some sleep sometime soon.
Well, no rest for the wicked. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much indeed. Cheers.